Coach, you score 134 points. You think that would be enough, but tonight that was not the case.
No, I mean, I think we got seduced into playing a certain kind of way that wasn't going to be what we needed to do to try to win the game. You know, they've been the best offensive team in the league the last couple of weeks. As far as pace, scoring, you know, they scored 145 points on the Clippers. So we needed to start the game guarding, keeping them out of the paint. We didn't do any of those things. So you let that team out in the open floor, and all of a sudden they're making shots, and then you put yourself in a tough situation. Can't exchange baskets. We talked about that earlier today. You're just not in a situation where you can exchange baskets. That's exactly the way they want to play. They want to seduce you into just running up and down and taking shots and playing that way. And we did not guard. You know, they had 72 points in the paint. It's not like they were throwing it into some, 7-foot guy down there. So most of them were penetrating drives and scoring at the rim. We just didn't do a very good job defensively of guarding it all. Gave up 44 in the second quarter. You scored 37 points in the quarter. You would think that would give you some separation. It didn't at all. So, hopefully this is a game, that we understand and we learn from, because we can't afford not to be locked in, and we can't afford to be into the ball, not to be into the ball. There were so many back cuts and layups and things like that. We didn't do a very good job defensively.
Is this a situation of a young team kind of getting away with that defensive effort against Golden State, and then it comes back to bite you in a game like this where you don't really have it in the first half and then you can't make it up in the second half?
Well, you're not going to be able to make it up anyway. If you're going to, we're in a situation where we're trying to win basketball games to stay relevant. You can't win it if you don't play defense. One of the things that I told them, and I told them early on, is that, I've tried that way. We've tried to do it. We tried it in Phoenix that way. It doesn't work, I mean, it'll work. You'll win games, but if you want to be a team that's going to be relevant and then be relevant in the playoffs, if you're fortunate enough to get there, you got to be able to guard. You can't just run up and down, try to outscore everyone, and that's what we tried to do tonight.
You guys have been really good in games like this. You've beaten 14 to 15 losing opponents. Like, you hadn't had these type of nights a lot. What was it? Did it feel different before?
Well, no, it didn't feel different. It's just that, you got a team down there, as I said, that's very gifted offensively. Malik Beasley is very gifted, D'Lo is very gifted, Their big guys are capable of making plays for other people. Culver is a very good player. Their bench played great. I think their bench scored 48 points. They shot 20 for 33. So, everything that they needed came together. What we needed was a much better defensive effort, and that's what we didn't get that.
Was there anything specific they were doing in the fourth that kind of got you off rhythm?
No. We had shots that they become much tougher shots when the game is tough and it's down the stretch. We've got good looks at it, and they made theirs and we didn't make ours. And that's the thing that we talked about when you start exchanging baskets. When you started changing baskets, somebody's going to hit a situation where their shots may be not going in. And when you do that, then that puts even that much more pressure on you to try to make them to get it back. So you got to try to make it up, and you got to try to run, and you got to try to create offense without defense. And the only way you can do that is to be into the ball.
Knowing that the margin of error is so small, is there anything you even have to say to the team, or is that just kind of understood?
Oh, I think we're smart enough. We're a smart enough team to understand what happened tonight. And, I don't need to be pissed off or scream and yell or anything like that. We way beyond that. But I think they understand that we let a golden opportunity slip by. We talked about winning at home and being able to, put together, a sustaining run at home. And, this is one of those games that, you just can't lose, really.
You mentioned the lack of interior defense and the talent that Minnesota has, but it seemed also that a lot of their interior points came from a backdoor action.
It did. You're right. Yeah, a lot of them came from back cuts, but a lot of them came from dribble penetration. And, we didn't do a good job of keeping our body between the offensive player and the basket, and we didn't do a good job on screen and roll defense of being able to slow the ball down enough to get back in front of it. So, we'll take a look at it and we'll see, why those things happen. But I'm just disappointed because I thought we got seduced into playing their way, and that's to try to outscore them rather than lock it in and guard.
I know you're always trying to win, but it's also a little disappointing you didn't get to rest some of those extra guys with a back-to-back coming, especially against a team like Dallas.
We can't worry about anything except winning this game. We'll attack the next game, when it comes. But I wasn't thinking along the lines of anything except trying to win this game. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Coach.